more can I say?
Top Billin. Yo, Top Billin to ya. All right, y'all. You already know what time it is, baby. Ravens flock. Listen, I'm putting the Ravens up there amongst the vertical elite of teams that I feel that can win the Super Bowl this coming season. I already know my man Action Jackson and that offense is going to be extremely explosive by both ground and air, right? They're all living on that FedEx world, right? Actually, I don't know, man. FedEx seems like it'd be slow these days or whatever like that. Whomever, right, is getting it done on the ground and in the air, the Baltimore Ravens will mimic that. I'll have something on that soon. You can save that bull. I ain't trying to hear that bullshit like Spike Lee. You talking about my man Action Jackson, baby. I might slap one of you dudes, right? You're going to get this man his respect. Outside of Patrick Mahomes, I'm not sure there's too many other quarterbacks that I will put above Action Jackson if I was picking a football team, but that's just me, and we shall see, right? So, listen, I know that offense is going to be good. The defense is always off the chain. To me, the number one defensive program of the last 25 years. Mad shout-outs to the Pittsburgh Steelers as well, and several other teams over that stretch that has shown itself to be great defensively, but none more so than the Baltimore Ravens. However, if I'm looking up and down that defensive roster, I'm looking at certain spots, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. The defense is going to be good, but if it's coming for that number one spot, it has to have this particular aspect step up. And that will be, to me, the pass rush. I mean, you can go up and down the defensive roster and you can point out guys that are just absolutely out the chain, man. A guy like Calais Campbell, anytime he's on your team anchoring from a shade all the way out to a 5 technique, you know that guy's the goods. I think I saw where it's probably going to be his last season, so definitely looking for a replacement for him. And there are some guys that are in college right now that they should definitely be having their eye on. But, man, it's tough to replace a guy like that. I love watching that dude play ever since he was at Miami. And there are going to be guys even stepping up behind him like a Justin Matabuke. Maybe that is the guy already on the roster, so think about that. But, of course, off-ball linebacker with Patrick Queen. I love what I saw from a Malik Harrison and guys like that. In the secondary, come on, man. You ain't got to say shit, right? 2 all-pro corners of Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. Deshaun Elliott at safety. I like Deshaun Elliott, what he can do. I don't know. Eventually, I believe that they can use an upgrade at safety, but that's neither here nor there. The front 7, to me, is absolutely bananas. But it's bananas from a standpoint that I believe that it can get after the run, and it can probably manufacture pressure. If they're going by fabricated pressure schemes, I believe they can definitely get to the quarterback. To me, it's all about getting to the quarterback. I know a lot of people will try to come with the whole thing like, hey, man, as long as you're getting pressure. Nah, shit don't work that way, right? People complete passes under pressure. If you look at Aaron Rodgers' QB rating under pressure compared to when he's not under pressure, it actually goes up. I've seen that. He goes up. He gets better when he's under pressure, and he's able to ad-lib and create. And you know some of the teams that Baltimore is going to have to see on its way to a Super Bowl, the AFC is lit. Mad lit. You cannot front on that, right? A team like the Miami Dolphins could be there. Of course, you know about them lame-ass Kansas City Chiefs. Like, what a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I've never really done anything on the Baltimore Ravens for you to always be popping up on my Baltimore Ravens content. Like, what's that about? You keep coming on here talking about but we ain't scared. I'm like, who has to come approach something and say they're not scared? That shit always reminds me of them herb-ass dudes you be seeing, right? And they be talking shit. All right, they don't really want to talk shit, but you know what I'm saying? It's like something going on in here. They be talking. They be like, yeah, I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you. Then you buck at them and shit. They be like, oh! You know what I'm saying? That's what that reminds me of. The Kansas City Chiefs probably going to get their just desserts this year, and I believe the Baltimore Ravens going to give it to them, baby, right? And not the way they want it to. So, but we'll get to that when it comes. However, the Indianapolis coach, not the Baltimore coach, right? My old head always be talking to me about the Baltimore coach. He be drilling that shit in my head. He be talking about all them old head cats and shit like that. But the Indianapolis coach, even the Steelers, right? There's some teams that's going to be there, but you're going to be able to get them quarterbacks on the ground. Pressure is cool, but who can get the quarterback on the ground? You ever seen a quarterback complete a pass from their ass? Nah, you spread them herb asses on the grass like fertilizer, they're not going to be completing passes. They're going to get gunshot. You start hitting people and really getting after them like that, right? It's like body shots, man. You start throwing body shots and shit like that, eventually over time, think about it. You get in the later rounds and shit like that, Mama Jummers is susceptible to headshots. So think about it that way. They got to be able to get there. And who can do that? If you think about with the guys who they have coming back and what they lost, man, who would be the leading returner as far as edge pressure goes? I understand that they can get pressure, like I said, from a 1 through a 5 technique, maybe even get to the quarterback. Calais Campbell and those guys, but Derek Wolfe, but like who? Who? They need a guy, to me, who is tried and true that can get after the quarterback. And this guy, to me, is aging like fine wine. He's like a Terrell Suggs. As a matter of fact, man, I'll do a little something and compare them to so you can see what I'm talking about. And that is my man Justin Houston, right? Formerly from the Indianapolis Colts, or formerly of the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, made his hay for about 8 years with the Kansas City Chiefs. The guy can get after the passer. He just looks like a Baltimore Raven. The Ravens just have a certain look to themselves, especially those guys on the edge who are multiplistic. You can stand them up at a 9 technique, or you can widen to a 9, right? Come out of a 3 or 4 point stance, run them out of a motorcycle stance at a stand-up 6 technique. All these guys that can do stuff like that we've seen over the years, none more so than the Terrell Suggs. T-Sizzle. My man T-Sizzle could absolutely go, and I think Justin Houston could be that too. But, of course, you want somebody who'll be able to show a guy like a Dafe Owe the way. You got a guy like Tyus Bowser. You know what I'm saying? I think he's serviceable. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's good for double-digit sacks. But I could be wrong, right? The more opportunity you get, maybe that's even better there. I love a Pernell McPhee as well. He's a guy that you can even kick inside, right? You can reduce him down, reduce his technique down, and he can play out of 5 technique and be able to rush the passer. I love me some Pernell McPhee, but I don't think he has that in him right now. Hopefully, I'm surprised by that, and he proves me wrong, because I've always loved him way back, even with the Bears and everything. So, man, who else? Jalen Ferguson. Maybe Jalen Ferguson steps up. There's some guys there, but a tried and true veteran like Justin Houston, I believe, will be worth his weight in gold, right? Matter of fact, man, let's check this out. I think the world of my man T-Sizzle. So comparing Justin Houston to Terrell Suggs here, and this is an exact comparison of the first 10 years of their career. You got Terrell Suggs from 2003 to 2012, Houston from 11 to 20, obviously currently now. And check this out. In, what's that, 15 more games? Hopefully that's 15 more games. You know what I'm saying? People, I told you he was dumb. I told you, Cletus, he's dumb. So 15 more games here. But look at this. 13 more sacks from Justin Houston. The guy can go. He has 97.5 sacks in his first 10 seasons. And I believe he may have had 8 sacks last year. He's one of these guys, I think, for the Baltimore Ravens and how they get down with the fabricated pressure and everything. I believe he is good for 7 to 10 sacks, even at this stage of his career. Terrell Suggs was still good in his later years. If you can rush the passer, man, you find ways to get to the quarterback even in your later years, because then it becomes a mind thing. You might not have your fastball, but you still have that football mind. And Terrell Suggs had a great football mind. Justin Houston has a great football mind. Their football intelligence is off the chain, and they will continue to get after the passer, to me, no matter the age. They would have to fall completely off a cliff with their physicality, their physical makeup, not to be able to do what you think that they can do, or at least at a serviceable type of clip. So obviously T-Sizzle used to get after the run and everything, man. Look at his solo tackles, but keep in mind this was 15 more games than Justin Houston. So think about that, though. 15 more games for Terrell Suggs, but 13 more sacks for Justin Houston over the same exact time period. That shit is crazy. Absolutely crazy, all right? So, matter of fact, let's get to a little quick film study on Justin Houston, man, and I'll get out of you guys' hair. Let's go. Houston right here going against Charles Leno. Now, what I like about this is his ability to take inventory and see exactly what Charles Leno is doing, and his ability to be a balanced rusher, meaning you can't really say if he's a finesse guy or if he's a power guy, because he can blend them both together. So you know his ability to convert speed to power is off the chain, because you have to respect both his power and his finesse moves. So you'll see him right here. Take a balanced approach, quickly bend it inside, man. And then, of course, you know what he's doing, baby. He's going to be giving out that prison loving right out there to your man Nick Foles. Too easy. Too damn easy. Charles Leno of the Washington football team. Ooh, boy. Let's get in slow motion right here. Got him taking inventory of Leno in his kick step phase here. Giving him something balanced. Sell, no tell, right? He's going to sell like this could be a potential bull rush or something like that by him squaring him up, but there's no tell to it. Look at him quickly work the hands, fight the hands, working in the chicken fighting stage right there. Gets that off. Your man, Charles Leno, way too far over his ski. Had his ass super tall, right? Standing tall and talented in the pocket right there. Like he Moses Malone or some shit like that. And I look, too easy. Bend it to the inside. Your boy Nick Foles could barely get up into his drop set. Prison loving has ensued. Come on, man. Going against Leno again, and you can see this is a pretty wide technique here. So you're not putting somebody in this type of space if you don't believe in their quickness. And you're just not going to do it there. So you'll see him once again. Hey, if it worked before, why not try it again? Taking that inside approach on Charles Leno. And Charles Leno just, I don't know. Oh, you see that right there? You hit him with the hezzy. What is Nick Foles doing? Come on. Come on. I think he may have gotten away with that too. But check this out. You see that man, right, hitting him with the hezzy. It's almost like a rhythm hezzy, like if you're a wide receiver. You're taking inventory, trying to get Charles Leno to bite on something. You look, stick that foot in the ground right there, hit him with the crossover. Leno, if you reach, I'll teach you. Everybody knows the old adage, if you are old hoop head, if you reach, I'll teach you. Leno starts to reach. Look at him. He's not even bending his knees or anything, right? He's in FEMA mode. He's already in recovery mode, and my man hasn't even really done anything yet. So now he gives him half a man, and now Leno tries to work while in recovery mode, but you can't do that. You're not going to be able to turn yourself perpendicular and then be able to ride with somebody who's working an inside approach right there. So look at that. Mad easy. I love it right there. Nick Foles just throws the damn ball. Check this out. One more time, full speed. Come on, man. The Baltimore Ravens can't use that or anyone else, right? So if he goes anywhere and you're watching this, whatever like that, I might have to repost it. Hopefully he does go to the Ravens, but I can see him at a myriad of teams, and he could be the one that kind of tilts the favor. It's just an arms race to me in the AFC, and guys like this are a necessity. Look at how wide of a technique he's at right here. So if you're a guy like Titus Howard, you're thinking about this, it's like, man, you got a lot to think about before he gets there and shit. It's almost like when you was younger and your mom's like, I'm going to give your ass a whooping later. I used to be like, man, I ain't feel like thinking about that shit all day. I used to be like, you know what, Mom, go ahead and whoop me right now. I ain't got time to be thinking about this shit for a few hours. This man got to think about that because he's aligned so far. And then, of course, you see when he gets there, what's going to be going on right there. Oh, arc theme. Arc theme. Oh, it ain't forced a fumble on Deshaun Watson there. Come on, man. I love it. Coming out of that, running the arc, Titus Howard has to be wary of it. He can't get too far in his drop step phase, and he can't get too shallow when you're coming that far. So you're in no man's land. You're at his mercy. He's first. Long arms of the law there. He's first getting inside of your chest. Then look at that. Rip and dip on him. Turning the corner, can't do nothing about it. Again, FEMA mode. Deshaun Watson actually tries to step up. Got mad people there. Buckner helping out. Man, I love that Colts defense too, man. But look at that. Your boy Justin Houston there. That's hard. That's hard. I'm working with Danico Autry here, so he'll be the nail to Autry's hammer in this edge exchange situation. You'll see him running to the outside. And then my man right here cuts a tight corner, and he's coming with the quickness there. The guard is unable to combat that. Ooh, that's sick right there, man. Look at him cut the tight corner here. Football's another game that's all about angles. You give him that, Autry on the inside right there, you cut right off his hip. My man's hella committed to getting Autry to go his initial assignment that he's unable to combat that. And then, of course, you're trying to corral a man. He's already in full gait. Deshaun Watson, prison loving time. Safety. Going against Laramie Tunsil, a little bit tighter alignment here. What about being patient right? A lot of two-gapping in Baltimore's plans as well. Look at that. The patience pays off. You see him just surveying the land, coming off with Laramie Tunsil here, making sure he keeps outside contained, but then he sees to where, like, all right, I might have an approach here to kick it back to the inside, and he does so, still maintaining that outside contain here. He just repositions Laramie Tunsil, and then, of course, Deshaun Watson starts to disengage or detach from the pocket or trying to step up, and he's right there to meet and greet him. Back press to the nines here. My man Billy Turner catches a bad one. Look at this. Right in his chest. Driving Miss Daisy. Aaron Rodgers spread his herb ass on the grass like fertilizer, like my man Cash used to say. Check this out. Come in. Give him that sail, no tail, right? Balanced approach right there. You don't know if he's going to run the arc. He's going to take an inside approach, or he's going to center you up. He chooses to center you up. Hand in the chest, continuing the work there. Now look, driving Miss Daisy. Look at that. Ooh, boy. It's actually kind of like an arc run, but with the physical approach to it, he's taking a big 330-pound Billy Turner, and look at that. Just driving Miss Daisy, baby. I was trying to drive you to the stove, Miss Daisy. Look at that. Come on. That's hard. Nasty. So I'm gonna call it right there, man. I might have to repress this out for public consumption there if he goes, or whenever he signs or something like that. Maybe I'll add to it, but you get the gist of it. At least as a hired gun on third down, something that we seen even Terrell Suggs do at one particular point in time. I think that he can definitely be worth his weight in gold. If you think about this with the guys that they have, I believe some of these guys will step up with the added opportunity. And then you get this guy who I think is good for 7 to 10 sacks, and I should be very good. The defense should be off the chain. Offense should be off the chain. The whole damn thing should be off the chain, but we shall see, all right? But listen, make sure you support quality content, people. Thank you for everybody who watched to the end. Make sure you support quality content, though. Make sure we keep the lights on here at Top Billin. Anything you want to give is anything, baby. We just keeping the lights on and making sure that the equipment is working. And I can continue to bring this quality content for you. But obviously, it's your boy Murph, the Underground King, Top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.